There's not just one doctor doing this research. There's about 40 or 50 scientists all over the world. There's 2 in the United States. On the TBN channel, Perry Stone has done a big series on the spiritual aspect of the water and the healing properties of water. So you can be your own judge. I'm not saying this is my own opinion. I have a disclaimer. I'm not here to heal. I'm not here to affect somebody spiritually. I just want to show you what's been revealed to me, because this came to me from a higher authority. You can be your own judge. Just like you can look at the rice. How can you explain how that rice putrefied and created mold and the other one didn't?
I was so scared to look at it.
I was afraid.
I knew it would fail. I just thought that's the most ridiculous thing. How can you write, I hate you, what did we put? I hate you, you were ugly, you were bad.
Oh, we said those words over though.
We did. You were beautiful, I love you, be happy and joyful. And 2 weeks later, I just...
Okay. So everybody needs to see this. And so actually I got sidetracked. But anyway, previously I put the lemons in here. Do I have it in? Yeah. You can see this is it's actually not yellow. It's like ugly white. But it took all of the contamination went into the lemon. Now the Channel 11 did a series on lemons about 8 months ago. They went to 117 restaurants in Houston, and 87% of all the restaurants had dangerous bacteria in the lemons. You know, when you ask for water, they bring you a lemon. Well, how many fingers do you think went in that bowl of lemons before it got to you? If they just knew they could use the Dream Tree water and soak the lemons in before they serve them, there would not be any contamination, because our water has medicinal properties and also has antibacterial properties. I'm sorry I had to speed it up, but we have time restraints. We're trying to break for lunch. Everybody needs to at least take a look at this, because it's just unbelievable. And very soon I'll be doing this demo in my clinic. We're going to be looking at the ice crystals, and they've taken water from the Catholic Church, from different religions, the Hindu religion, different religions. And believe it or not, the miraculous properties are similar. However, it is when the love and gratitude seem to be the 2 things that affect it the most.
Did you do your surprise?
Oh, that's my surprise. That was my surprise. The rice. I didn't want to forget about that, but you know. Now, my experiment now is ruined because the lids have been removed and whatever.
You learned from my son.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, remember we talked about pH. Here's the pH chart. Anyway, so the pH scale runs from 14 to 0, 0 being acid. Now, battery acid in the car is in between yellow and orange. Believe it or not, Clorox bleach is 11.0. It's up in here. People think Clorox bleach is an acid. Well, Clorox bleach is a chemical, but actually it's alkaline. That's how it cleans. So when you look at these waters that we've placed here, look how most of these are very acidic. And what's amazing is when you take the Dream Tree water, let's assume you've eaten fried chicken, French fries, and a Coke or whatever. If you take and were to drink some Dream Tree water right after that, just the littlest amount will neutralize. See how I'm neutralizing it? I'm not adding as much water as there is in there already. I'm just adding a minuscule amount. I have neutralized that, so think about this for a second. What if you could eat the way you've always eaten, which is bad, at least for 80% of you, and you could drink the Dream Tree water, and you could actually neutralize the acidity in your body to the point that the body doesn't have to tax itself so hard to try to get you to 7.365. It's just working so hard it says, oh my God, just help me. Because people don't understand how the alkalinity works. Your body stores fat, and when you're putting in all this acid, then what happens is a fat that's stored, it goes to the fat first and takes the elemental buffers out of the fat, neutralizes the acid. Now what happens when the elemental buffers are gone in the fat? Because you just like eating a bunch of cheeseburgers and all this over a period of weeks. Then it goes to your teeth, and it takes calcium from your teeth. And it takes calcium from your bones. It takes magnesium from your muscles. Now why do women at 30 years old have osteoporosis now? They never used to. Think about it. It's pretty simple. It's the sugar. Sugar turns to acid. It's all linked. Sugar, acid, acid, acid. What's an anti-acid? Oh my gosh. Anti-acid. It must be acid's the problem. Alka-Seltzer. Oh my gosh. Alkaline. Alka-Seltzer. See, it all makes sense. acid reflux is not even a disease. If you look in the medical books, there is no disease called that. Yet on TV they call it a disease because they want to manufacture a disease so that you'll buy Tagamet, things like that. My disclaimers back up again. If you drink this water for a few weeks, many people have been a witness to the fact that they have come off their Tagamet and their medication and don't have acid reflux anymore because it neutralized that. Now then, on the internet it says, oh, this is a lie. This is fraud. This is snake oil. Because the stomach produces hydrochloric acid, and if you take a lot of alkalinity in, it's not going to help you because by the time it goes into your stomach, the stomach's going to create hydrochloric acid and it's going to neutralize all that. So what have you? And of course, we do know now when the food goes from the large intestine to the small intestine is alkaline at that point. It turns to alkaline. That's a natural process of what the body does. However, that's a misnomer because there is no sac, there is no glass, no jar, mason jar down in your stomach storing hydrochloric acid. It only creates hydrochloric acid on demand. The minute you eat a real acidic meal and it's like going down the pipe and it says, oh my gosh, cheeseburgers, french fries, and all this, it zaps it with hydrochloric acid, huge amounts of it. But when you are a vegan or a vegetarian or you eat a 75-25% protein, acid versus alkaline meal, when it goes down the pipe and gets down there, it says, oh my gosh, this is like Beethoven music. I'm just going to zap a little bit of hydrochloric acid. It doesn't create as much hydrochloric acid. It doesn't have to because you're putting this alkaline. Also, you have to understand, remember how the water penetrated your hand, how the water penetrated the tomatoes, how the water penetrated the tea. The water, most of it never makes it to your stomach. It goes right through the esophagus and goes right into your body. It goes right through the membrane without ever making it to your stomach. So you're going to have the alkalinity is going to go in before it gets to the hydrochloric acid. And if that was not true, then how come if you are acidic, which 87 out of 100 are, and you were to take these little pH strips and prove it to yourself by doing your first morning urine or saliva, how come over a period of 2 or 3 weeks of drinking Dreamtree water would all of a sudden show that you're going alkaline? My wife went alkaline in 3 weeks. It took her about 3 weeks to go from very acidic to very alkaline. And so therefore, it must have worked or else she wouldn't be able to prove it. Now, pH strips are not the gospel. But they're not, it's not like 100%. There are more specific tests you can do for this, but this is a good marker. And so if you do it every other day and you do like a diary and you actually watch what happens, you can actually see how it spikes up and down, up and down. And a Coke, oh my gosh. Anything that's a Coke, anything that's Gatorade, would you like to know how much this little bit right here, this little bit of Sprite right there, would you like to know, I've done this before, I usually bring up a big pitcher, a gallon pitcher. How much water do you think of 9.5 pH it takes to neutralize just that little bit right there in that cup? It takes almost a gallon and a quart. That's how much it takes. Now, when I say neutralize, that doesn't mean it turns it purple. It only goes from this color to blue, which is 7.0, which is neutral, because you see, in the middle between acid and alkaline is the base, which is 7. So it goes to 7. Doesn't mean it went to alkaline. So that's how incredibly strong colas are. Coca-Colas are killing this country. And why do you think Coca-Cola switched over to water in the last few years? It's very simple. Number one beverage in the world is carbonated sodas. Water was number 7 5 years ago. Now water is number 2. It's moving up. Energy drinks are probably number 3 or 4, and they're moving up fast too. But it goes to show you, even Coca-Cola is thinking water. It's not Dreamtree water, but it's water. Anyway, it's just, I'm sorry, I don't have time to really do anything more detail, but I did also, he was showing that shower head earlier. I just want to show you, this is my shower head from, you do bleep me, Home Depot, okay, Home Depot. And this is a carton, it's the only one they sell at Home Depot and Lowe's. And what it does is, after 10 days to 2 weeks, you pay like $24.95 for this. And all of a sudden, that bacteria, when you turn that shower and crank it down to where it's nice and warm, you just get a blast of bacteria. This was proven by the University of Colorado. The Dreamtree shower, I tried to compare it. It's almost like when I was baptized, became a Christian, and all that. That's probably my greatest experience, my wife getting married and having kids. Beyond that, the shower was an experience for me. Most men are afraid to tell you how invigorating the shower is. It's unbelievable. When you walk and you open the door, instead of smelling whatever, it's like oranges. You feel like you're walking in Florida in the orange groves, and you're just kind of like going like this, and you're in there, and guys, it's all over your hair and all over your body, and it's like you're ready to start your day. It's incredible. So, and we do have, I know I have a loaner shower head. If you're in Houston and you want to try the shower head and you don't, and you know, proofs in the pudding and you don't believe it, whatever, you're welcome to check out a shower head from us. It doesn't matter who your distributor is, who is sponsoring you. You can be welcome to use our shower head track because that will definitely make you a believer. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Or?
Thank you, Larry.
No, I'm sorry.
Larry and Terry.
Okay, and he will do this again this afternoon. That's one of the things we do. How many people are here for the first time? This is the first time you've heard anything about Dream Tree today. Raise your hand. Sure. Okay, keep your hands up.
Keep your hands up
So we can give you a nice little gift. Okay, so we're getting ready. Like I said, we're going to go have a lunch break. It's 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes after 12. We're doing better than we did in San Antonio. We were 25 minutes behind schedule there. Now we're only 10. Okay, but I encourage you to stay here. We have the meal replacement shake. We have the vanilla. We have the chocolate. Both of them. Stay here. Steve, raise your hand. Keep your hand up. Becky, raise your hand. Keep your hand up. Jim, raise your hand. Okay. And those three people are probably the most knowledgeable about the company.
Amen.
Don't let it. It's going to go to Jim's head. It's already big enough. Jim's the only guy I know that's pushing George Lopez for the biggest head. You know. So we're going to try and stick around during the lunch break. Talk to these people. They have a wealth of information and are very willing to share everything they know with you. So we will meet back here at 1:10 to get started for this afternoon. And this afternoon, most of the afternoon will be dedicated towards building your business and how to build your business, build a successful business, so that you can get that $2,000 a day. By and the funny thing is, I know who makes the $2,000 a day because I'm the one that writes the checks now. So I will know who that person is. So we'll take a break and we'll be back.
All right, I gotta get on that.